Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We have a story tonight that will probably get many of you talking. We found a new study from a respected research company that states around 45% of Americans don't know or believe the origins of Christmas. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer hit the streets to find out what you think about this and how you celebrate this day.
Today, Christmas is really commercialized. I mean, they start Christmas like in October.
Christmas is just around the corner, and as you're trimming your tree and wrapping your presents, what makes you celebrate this big day? A little over half of Americans believe Christmas is a religious holiday, but a full 45% don't trust the origins of this day. And while those statistics may surprise you, a man in the business says he's not surprised one bit.
I had talked to the high school kids in high school 30 years ago. It doesn't surprise me that it's true of a good number of our folks here today about Christmas.
We spoke with a couple of other people. They say, of course, they believe in the roots of Christmas. In fact, many of them say going to church on Christmas Eve is a holiday tradition.
It does surprise me. Meaning of Christmas to me would be going to be with family and friends.
We used to do like the Christmas play like when I was young and stuff, but now I don't hardly see that now.
But one age group that isn't likely to attend church around Christmas is millennials. The study suggests that nearly half of the millennials who acknowledge Christmas view it as a cultural and not religious day. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
There are other surveys included in that study. One talks about people's preferences when it comes to being greeted in stores during the holiday season, whether they like Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. You can find the full study on our website, valleynewslive.com. We are still slipping and sliding today, making it hard to get around, but it's been quiet. Hutch, anything else coming this evening that we need to watch out for?
Well, we do have areas of light snow, and as the Skycam is showing right now, some flakes drifting through the atmosphere as we head into the evening. This is going to continue to create some slippery spots on side roads particularly. Here is a look at the radar, and we see quite an expanse of light snow showers from Fargo north through Grand Forks and Crookston. Another band of snow moving out of the central Dakotas is likely a little heavier than it shows up on radar here. Get far away from the radar site and those snowflakes can hide. Moving at about 30 to 40 miles per hour to the south and east, this will be gone fairly quickly as it continues. Now we'll see a continued chance of flakes through the region. We are seeing some freezing rain in and around eastern and northern parts of South Dakota this evening. So slippery roads and temperatures that will be fairly steady through most of the evening. Cloudy skies, periods of light snow, but nothing too bad if you're a little cautious on the roadway. We'll have an outlook for Friday, including another chance of snow in the forecast, Andrea, here in just a couple of moments.
How about a little more sand on those sidewalks and driveways and all that?
Yeah, or put nails on the bottom of your shoes.
You go,
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet.
All right, 3 people are facing charges after a search warrant turned up drugs in a central North Dakota home. It was a home in Napoleon, and officers found meth, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia. Kelly Andrews of Napoleon and 2 other people who were staying in the home, Sherry Wallner and Juan Sanchez, are all facing drug charges. A quick response by a Minnesota deputy and a Good Samaritan likely saved 2 lives in Hubbard County. The sheriff's office got a 911 call Sunday about an ATV that had gone through the ice on Little Sand Lake, which is just north of Dorset. Once there, deputies found a man and a woman in the water. One deputy quickly put on a cold water suit and rescued the pair with help from a bystander. The 2 who fell in are identified as 41-year-old Holly Funk and 46-year-old Jason Funk, both of Park Rapids. Jason had to be airlifted to a Fargo hospital for treatment of hypothermia. Holly was taken to a local hospital. Deputies say the ice was about 2 inches thick and the water about 30 feet deep where the ATV went through. North Dakota's Attorney General says with the state's new concealed carry law, it is legal to carry a loaded gun in your vehicle as long as you have proper ID. Attorney General Wayne Stenjum issued an opinion today saying a valid driver's license or state ID is the same as a concealed weapons license under the state's constitutional carry law. The law took effect in August and allows law-abiding adults to forego background checks in classes. GOP lawmakers asked for the opinion after law enforcement and prosecutors raised questions about the legality of having a loaded weapon in the vehicle without a permit. The Federal Communications Commission has voted to unravel net neutrality rules that prevent Internet service providers from restricting or blocking the Internet. Critics say the move could change how Americans go online. Laura Podesta reports.
Are not eligible.
The FCC hearing on net neutrality took an unexpected turn when the agency's chairman abruptly stopped the proceeding.
On advice of security, we need to take a brief recess.
Police cleared the room and dogs were brought in. When nothing was found, the hearing resumed. In a 3-2 party line vote, the agency decided to repeal net neutrality rules, which guarantee equal access to the internet.
The chair votes aye. The item is adopted.
Republican Chairman Ajit Pai pushed for the change, arguing the Obama-era rules kept internet service providers from expanding.
Investment in high-speed networks has declined by billions of dollars.
Net neutrality has been an emotional issue, producing protests in the streets and online. The two Democrats on the commission voted against the rollback and did not hide their outrage.
I dissent from the corrupt process that has brought us to this point.
The agency that is supposed to protect you is actually abandoning you.
Supporters of net neutrality believe broadband businesses can now prioritize speeds on the internet. Critics fear providers like Comcast and Verizon could charge internet giants like Netflix and Google more for faster connections, and that may lead to higher costs for consumers. But Republicans say those fears are overblown.
The sky isn't falling, consumers will remain protected, and the internet will flourish.
The broadband industry says there are no plans to restrict the internet, but it appears the battle over this issue is not over. Opponents plan to fight the FCC's decision in court. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
In a poll from the University of Maryland, 80% of Americans said they do not support the FCC's decision to end net neutrality. Republicans could reveal the final version of their sweeping tax plan as early as tomorrow and on President Trump's desk by Christmas. The combined bill would eliminate the Obamacare mandate, double the standard deduction for individuals and married couples, and allow taxpayers to deduct a combined $10,000 from state and local income and property taxes. However, negotiations hit a roadblock today after Florida Senator Marco Rubio threatened to vote against the bill. Democrats are standing united against the bill, arguing the biggest windfall would go to the wealthy and to corporations, which would see their taxes cut to 21%. Republicans believe they have the votes to pass the bill. It's expensive to pay for gas, food, and hotels when you're traveling to Roger Maris Cancer Center for treatment. But there's a way you can help those patients tomorrow, and it's as easy as going online. That's next.